Hello, all my dear students. Welcome to Shri Jain's Rank Zone classes. Dear students, my name is Ajay Gulati, and I am your friend and mentor for the mathematics portion or quantitative portion. And our lectures are actually about to end. And today we will be discussing the second last chapter, that is quadratic equation. As you can see on the bottom screen, today we will be discussing the quadratic equation. And the questions which have been asked on this chapter have been, I'll say, relatively easy. And if you have done your 10th grade properly, you'll be very easily able to solve them. I'll take you to a bit higher level than what is being asked in your exams. So, dear students, let's start with class 02 for the topic quadratic equation. Today, I will wind up this chapter. We will take some more questions based on previous concepts and one or two new more concepts, and that will be all for your exam. Okay, so let's take the questions. The first question we have, which of the following equation has 3 and 4 as its roots? Okay, dear students. See, any equation which has 3 and 4 as its roots, it will be like x square minus 3 sum of roots plus product of roots. Any equation is like x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots. Here, now this there won't be any x is equal to 0. X square minus 3 plus 4 plus x plus what is the product of roots? Product of roots is 3 into 4. This is equal to 0. That is x square minus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Which option is your answer? Option number A is the answer. Okay. Clear to all? Shall I take the next one? Alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. Then the value of what you have to find is, first of all, let's find 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. That will be what? Beta plus alpha upon alpha plus beta. This is actually product of roots. I am telling you the best method now for this. Product of roots divided by sum of roots. Sorry. Sum of roots divided by product of roots. Okay. Sum of roots divided by product of roots. Now for any equation, for this the equation is x square plus 2x minus 3. What is A? A is 1. B is equal to 2. C is equal to minus 3. What is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. That will be minus 2 by 1. That will be minus 2. Okay. Directly, even if I write, what will be sum of roots upon product of roots? Think about it, dear students. The next time you see such a big thing, your answer will be very small. I'm telling you what it will be. It is minus b by a upon c by a. Finally, you need only minus b by c. So what is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta? This is nothing but minus b by c. I don't need to do any of this thing. My answer will be, just look at these values and you will get the answer. Okay, minus b by c. What is minus b by c? That is minus 2 by 3. Minus 3 or 2 by 3. If this minus is not apparent, I'll write minus 3 separately. 3 separately. 2 by 3. Which is the option? Option number B is the answer. Fine. Let's take the next one. A number 3x is 10 less square of the number. That is 10 less the square of the number x. Okay. X square minus 10 gives you 3x. If the number is a positive integer, its value is. So what we have right now, x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. You have to find two numbers which differ by 3 but their product is 10. Or their sum is minus 3 but their product is minus 10. So that will be x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. If I take x common, it will be x minus 5. If I took 2 common, it will be again x minus 5. This is equal to 0. I take x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 2. How x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0? But this value is rejected. Why? It's positive value. So positive value of x is positive value of x is 5. This is your answer, dear students. Okay. Next one. If the sum and product of the quadratic equation are respectively, then the roots are, see dear students, what is given to you? Sum of roots is what? Minus 14. I won't solve this equation. I'll just put it on the options. And product of roots is minus 32. From among the options, which option satisfies this? See, first of all, minus 16 and 2. If you add minus 16 plus 2, minus 16 plus 2, this is minus 14. And if you multiply minus 16 into 2, you get minus 30. You getting it? Therefore, the roots are 16 and 2. Minus 16 and 2. Which is the answer? Option number B is the answer. Minus 16 and 2. Okay, next one. I'm sorry I've done this. I've repeated it. It's my fault. Let me change it. If the product of roots of the quadratic equation is 3 times the sum of its roots, what is the value of k? What is given to you? It is given to you if the product of the roots of the equation is 3 times the, okay, alpha beta upon alpha plus beta is equal to 3. Dear students, there are two ways of doing this. Either you can do it in detail, or what you can say, 1 by 3 is equal to the concept which I showed you just a minute back. So 1 by 3 is equal to what? 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, or even before this is 1 by 3 is equal to alpha plus beta upon alpha beta, or I can say 1 by 3 is what? This is minus b by a upon c by a. This is minus b by c. So 1 by 3 is minus b by c. Here in this equation, what is b? B is equal to minus of k plus 7. Okay, and what is c? C is equal to double of 2k minus 2. So that way I can say minus b is minus k plus 7. So minus b will be what? K plus 7. And what is c? Double of 2k minus 2. Let's just solve it. Nothing tough now. So this implies I take this 2 into 2k minus 2 over here. 4k minus 4 is equal to 3k plus 21k. See, 4k minus 3k is k is equal to 21. This minus 4 comes over here plus 4. So k is equal to 25. K is equal to 25, which is the option B. Got it? Let's proceed to the next question, dear students. I hope everything has been clear so far to all of you. If one root of the equation x square plus 6mx plus 64 is equal to 0 is the square of the other, then the value of m is one root of the equation is square of the other. Okay, dear students. Very easily it can be solved. What will be the product of roots? Product of roots will be what? C by A, that will be equal to 64 by 1, and let the roots be alpha and alpha square. Let the roots be alpha and alpha square. So product of roots will be what? Alpha into alpha square. Now I don't need to solve it actually. Alpha cube is equal to 64. This gives me alpha is equal to 4. Okay, dear friends, so far this part is clear. Let's proceed further. Now, what will be the sum of roots? Sum of roots is minus b by a. What are the roots? Roots are roots are therefore the roots are 4 and 16. What is sum of roots? Sum of roots will be 4 plus 16. This is alpha is one root, alpha square is another root. Is equal to minus of b. What is b? B is 6m. What is a? A is 1. So 20 is equal to minus 6m. 20 is equal to minus 6m, or m is equal to 20 by minus 6. If I am not doing any mistake, this is the answer, that is minus 10 by 3. Option number D is the answer. Okay, the sum of the roots is 20 minus b by a. This is minus 6 by 1. Tray to all. So m comes out to be minus 20 by 6 or minus 10 by 3. That is option number D is the answer. The number of real roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0 is. See, the equation is first of all x square minus 5 modulus x minus 6 is equal to 0. I will write this as x square. On one side, I will take this as, this is plus minus x. If I will take it as plus x. On other side, I will take this equation as x square minus 5 into minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Getting it, dear students? Fine. Now this will be x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. Let's solve this equation. For this equation, find b. Let's find b. What is b square minus 4ac? B is equal to minus 5. So b is equal to minus 5, a is equal to 1 right now, and c is equal to minus 6. We have to count the roots. So what we'll do, I'll just find b square minus 4ac. D is equal to b square minus 4c. Let's see what this comes. Minus 5 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 6. Okay. So this is 25 plus 24. This is greater than 0. Okay. This is what? This is greater than 0. So two roots from here. D is greater than 0. So we have two roots. Here also, the equation is x square plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to minus 6. Fine. Again, this is the answer, option number. You can change it like this. D is what? 5 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 6. That is 25 minus 24. This is 1. Okay. Plus 20. Here also, D is greater than 0. The two more roots for this equation also. So total we have 2 plus 2, 4 roots for this equation. Is this clear to all? Okay, let's take the next one. See, this is a very important point. The graph of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, if a greater than 0, has minimum value at which of the following values of x. Yes, friends, I will explain to you what happens. See, we have to tell at which value of x this equation has minimum values. See, first of all, dear students, you know what is the value of alpha, what is the value of beta. Alpha is minus b plus under root d upon 2. And what is beta? Beta is minus b minus under root d upon 2. Let's say you add alpha and beta. What happens when you add alpha and beta? It becomes this is 2a, this becomes 2a. If you add them, what happens is minus b taken 2 times, minus 2b plus root d, and minus root d is cancelled. Okay, and this 2a is the denominator, so this is what minus b by a. This is what minus b by a. I just want to tell you that this alpha plus beta is minus b by a. What is alpha plus beta by 2? Alpha plus beta by 2 is minus b by 2a. Okay, this value you have understood. Let's keep this value aside. Okay, what is the graph of a quadratic equation? The graph of a quadratic equation is like this. Okay, this is symmetrical graph. Like if this is the midpoint, if you go towards this side, or if you go towards this side, this graph is symmetrical. It is increases at the same rate. Okay, this point is what? Alpha. This point is what? Beta. Let's say this point C. Okay, C is the point where this graph has minimum value. Where this graph has minimum value. C is the point where this graph has minimum value. So how do we reach C? Now the other thing is C is the midpoint of alpha and beta. Therefore C, or this point D. Okay, let's call it D. C, or I'm saying D. From this C I go to D like this. D is actually the x coordinate. Okay, C, fine. So D is the midpoint of alpha and beta. D is exactly above A. Okay, D is above C on x-axis. On x-axis, basically we need to find the x coordinate. Okay, we need to find the value of x. We need to find, so x will be found on this. Here also you can find the value of x, no problem, but this will be proper way. So what is D is equal to what? D is equal to alpha plus beta. How do you find a midpoint? You add two things and you divide by 2. So this D, the point D is alpha plus beta by 2. What is alpha plus beta by 2? Minus b by a. So this point D, this is not discriminant. Okay, let me place it like F. Okay, F, 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 or better let me place it as M. No confusion anywhere. Okay, so M is equal to alpha plus beta by 2 is equal to minus b by 2a. That is option B. Got it, dear students? Does it make sense? Fine. Let's move ahead. Let's take the next one. The sum of the reciprocal of two numbers whose sum is 80. Let's say alpha plus beta is equal to 80. Let's say two numbers, alpha plus beta is 80, is 4 by 75. Then the larger of the two numbers is C, dear students. What do we have? Sum of the reciprocal of two numbers. 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is 4 by 75, whose sum is 80. The sum of the numbers is 80. Okay. This will be like beta plus alpha upon alpha beta is equal to 4 by 75. You place this value of alpha plus beta as 80. So 80 by alpha into beta is equal to 4 by 75. Just cancel with this to give you 20. So what I can say is, right now, alpha into beta will be what? 20 into 25, or this is 75. I thought, what the hell am I doing? 75. This is 1500. Okay. So now what do you have? You have alpha beta is equal to 1500. Alpha plus beta is equal to 80. Alpha beta is equal to 1500. Either you can solve it by a quadratic equation, or the better method is put the options clearly. Alpha is equal to 50, beta is equal to 30. Satisfy the above equation. Okay. So what is the greater number? Greater number is equal to 50. I hope I am clear to everyone. Fine, dear students. Let's take the next one. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, x square minus 5x plus 1, then the value of alpha 4 plus beta 4 is, you have to find alpha 4 plus beta 4. How do you calculate alpha 4 plus beta 4, dear students? Either you can individually find alpha and beta, but that will be lengthy. Better way will be alpha plus 4 plus beta 4 can be written as alpha square plus beta square square minus 2 alpha square beta square. Clear? Now the next part. What is alpha square plus beta square? Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. Dear students, I have taught you this thing in great details in the topic algebra. We have done numerous questions of this type. Okay. Minus double of alpha beta square. Now, what is alpha plus beta from here? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, that will be 5. What will be alpha beta? Alpha beta will be c by a, that will be 1. So let's put the values. This is 5 square minus 2 square minus 2 into 1 square. This is 2 into 1. So this is 25 minus 2 square minus 2. That is 23 square minus 2, or 529 minus 2, that is 527. 527. Next one. What is the value of common root of the equations? You are given two equations. You have to tell which is the common root of the equation. Okay. Which of the equation will have real and distinct roots? See, for any equation, I have to have real and distinct roots. Discriminant must be greater than 0. I will directly write down the discriminants in front of these only equations only. Okay. Let's see what is the discriminant for this equation. D is equal to b square minus 4 a c. This is what? This is like this. I think will be negative. Why? Because these numbers are large and this number is small. 3 square is 9, 2 square is root 2 square is 2, 18 minus 4 into 2 into 5, 8 into 5, 40. This is negative. Okay, minus 22. So this does not work. Okay, next. Here d will be what? 2 square minus 4 into 2 root 3 into root 3. That is 4 minus, definitely this is negative, bigger number. Okay, now this is 4 minus 2 is 8, 8 root 6. This is definitely negative. So is this also won't work. Now let's see this equation. Minus 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5. This is what? 16 minus 20, still negative. So the answer is none of these. All have negative. So this is your answer is none of these, my dear students. And I'm sure all this must be clear to you so far. Fine. Just give me a second for the next question. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah. The next question we have is, sorry. See the difference. Here we have x square plus 2x plus 9 is equal to 0 and x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. They are being told that you have one root in common. They have one root in common. Why to apply any logic? Just assume that this 1 is a, this 2 is b, and this c is 9. Even that way it will work. So I really don't know why to apply any logic. I can go in detail if you want, but still that is beyond your, beyond 10th grade standard, beyond NTSC level. So this is 1 is to 2 is to 9. This will be your answer without doing any hassle work, any tough thing. Okay, this is easy one. Like you can do it like this. This A, B, C will be same as this only. That will be your answer. Okay. Sorry. You are given this equation. You are being told if the root of the equation is 1, the other root will be C. I just apply a simple logic. The thing is, this thing is best. This one root is 1. Alpha is equal to 1. Beta is equal to, you don't know, but you know what will be alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta for any equation. Let's say the equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What will be alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta will be c by a. What is c here? C is a minus b. What is a here? A is b minus c. So alpha beta is equal to a minus b by b minus c. Alpha is already 1. So this is done. Beta is what? A minus b by b minus c. This is beta. Therefore, the other root is, therefore the other root is so easily done. A minus b by b minus c. I hope all this is clear to everyone. Okay, just student. Should I take the next one? The roots of the equation 3 into 1 plus a, 3 into 1 minus a is r. I think there is some typing mistake. Okay, this is a minus 1. 3 into 1 minus a and a minus 1. this equation is written wrongly. This is a minus 1. Okay. So what we are given, 3 into a minus 1 plus 3 into 1 minus a is equal to 2. Or I can say 3 into a minus 1 plus 3 into minus, take common, you minus 1, if you take common, you get a minus 1 is equal to 2. Or this I can say as 3 into a minus 1. I won't be dealing it by quadratic, I will be solving it by logic. Okay. Getting this here, this is like, this is what, x plus 1 by x is equal to 2. I have told you numerous times, we have done this in algebra, this in quadratic, x will be what, 1. Therefore 3 into a minus 1 will be 1. When is anything 1, any power 1, any power is 1, when it will be like, this implies a minus 1 is equal to 0. Why? Because this will be nothing but 3 raised to the power 0. Okay, a minus 1 is equal to 0 or a is equal to 1. This is your answer, and this is the logic we solve these type of questions. Okay, dear students, I hope I am clear so far. There must not be any problem. Fine, let's take the next one. Let's take one good interesting question, then I will wind up the class and wind up the chapter. The nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. The equation is b minus c x square plus twice of c minus a into x plus a minus b is equal to 0. Here, let's say a is equal to what? A is b minus c, b is equal to c minus a, and c is equal to a minus b. B is actually double of c minus a. What is discriminant? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. This will be what? 2 into c minus a square whole of square. Okay, minus 4 into, like this, 4 into b minus c and a minus b. This will be what? 4 c square plus a square minus 2ac minus 4 times, this is ab, b into a is ab, minus b square minus ac plus bc. Let's see what happens. What does this come out to be? This is 4c square plus 4a square minus 8ac. It is turning out to be easy actually. Then what do we have? Then it comes out to be minus 8ab. This is minus 8ab. Then it is, sorry, 4ab, minus 4ab. Then minus 4 into minus 4ac will be plus 4ac. Then minus 4 into bc will be minus 4bc. This is minus 8ac plus 8ac. This will become minus 4ac. Minus 8ac plus 4ac. So you have 4c square, 4a square. In between there was plus 4b square also, which I missed out. Plus 4b square plus 4c square. This is 4a square. Okay, minus 4ac minus 4ab minus 4bc. Now, dear students, what happened? I take a 4 common. If I take a 4 common, what happens? It is like a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. Now, dear students, I've told you this thing many times. This expression is what? This expression is like 4 into, this is actually half of this expression, a minus b square plus b minus c square plus c minus a square. This is the value of this expression. So this d is equal to this. D is equal to this. Now let's move at the question. The nature of the roots of the quadratic equation is, see, my dear student, this value is what? Sum of 3 squares. Sum of 3 squares can be only positive or zero. Can be only positive or zero. This means, what does this mean? This means D is either positive or zero. That way we have real roots. That way what we have real roots. It can be real and equal, it can be real and distinct. But the main thing, my dear students, is roots are real. So answer would be either A or C, or you can say cannot be determined, because there's no relation given between A, B, and C. Had it been mentioned over here, A not equal to B not equal to C. If A not B not equal to C, it would have been, then this would have been definitely C. Then they won't be zero. If they won't be zero, D will be greater than zero. Okay, so there is a little bit of mistake in the options. So that way, answer will be either answer will be A, option A or C. Option A or C. I hope I am clear to all of you. And I will wind up this class today. And I wish you practice as much as you can. Practice all the questions by writing. Whatever I have taught you, practice it twice, thrice. Believe me, it won't waste your time. Practicing and revision is a very key towards solving the questions in exam in limited least time. If you just go through these questions verbally, just merely by watching the videos, you won't be able to crack the questions in your exam in appropriate time, and you will waste a, even if a little bit of time, that's going to hamper your chances of success. So it's my humble request to you people, for your benefit, properly practice these questions. Find more questions and practice them. Don't merely watch this video. Okay, bye bye, take care, and all the best.